Hey guys, Wemma Wins here with another part of Platinum. So here is a crazy Magikarp guy with loads of Magikarp that, a couple of bites and they're gone. Except for that one who knows tackle, but Icy Wind will take that down pretty easily. So yeah, he's got one more Magikarp and this is usually hell because it's just a long battle and you don't get nearly enough experience as you should for the levels they're at. But anyway, a lot of speed EVs. So we're going to just quickly teleport into a Turner. And it's Barry. And he's like, hey, One Wind, you came to see the statue? Right, I'll take you there. And he takes us over to the statue. And he's like, what the? He's like, so this is Turner's Pokemon statue. Shaping time and space. And something about that. I can't even read it. And he says it needs investigating and tells us to stand aside. I'm like, how rude are you? God. And I'm like, hang on a second. I think I remember seeing you before. But, maybe not. It's just an idea. So Barry runs off and I'm just going to see what the statue has to say for itself. And, not much really. And, oh, who's this? Oh, that device you have. It's a Pokedex. Wow. And then they ask us for our name. And this is Cynthia. She's a trainer, just like us. Okay. She tells us about Eterna City and myths and such. And she gives us HM01, which contains cut. And cut you're going to need to teach to a Pokemon to get into that building behind us, which we're going to need to get to in a future part. Okay, so we're going to quickly run like rabbits and pick up this super potion, talk to this girl, and she's like, hi, I'm the gym leader here, don't disappoint me. And we're going to go in and we're going to battle this girl who has a Cherubi. And I'm like, oh, it's so cute. Shame it's really not that good at all. So I'm just going to Icy Wind it and it's going to go down. Just so you're aware, you're going to see a lot of Hatter this video because, he's lower than the rest of my levels of the other Pokemon. So she needs the most experience. So yeah, they teach us about the floral clock and how it moves so we can then move along. And I do so. And, I'm going to battle this girl. And this very here, there was some very clever editing there. You didn't even see it. It froze before, so I had to just run it along smoothly. And you can't even tell where I cut it. If you can tell, post me a comment below and I'll tell you if you're right. Just a little challenge thing. But, I'm just going to beat this Budgie because it's so easy to beat. And I do so. And I grow to level 19. And I want to learn Headbutt. But I don't because, I prefer Return to Headbutt. Because, I've got a Soothe Bell. Yay. Not much to say, really. Oh, okay. I'm going to be restarting my Leaf Green. And it's going to be a mono-type team. So I'm going to use one type, although some of them will be dual type, but they all have one common type. And you'll find that out when the video starts. I cut out the beginning bit that's boring, so, you don't even need to worry about that. But, just one problem is one of my Pokemon tried evolving, but it didn't record. It just said I pressed B, but I didn't. So might be a problem with Visual Boy, but, I don't know. I'll talk to you more about it when I get to the video. So this is Gym Leader Gardinia, and she's like, pointing to me, and now she's gonna, point to me again. And I'm like, okay. She sends out her Turtwig. And I remember Turtwig in the anime was really, really, really fast. And it's not in the game. Not at all. So I'm gonna go for Icy Wind, and it's gonna be like whoosh. And it's gonna bring him down to just over half. And we're going to lower its speed. Not that it matters because we were so much faster than it anyway. And he raises its defense. But it doesn't really matter because Icy Wind is a special attack, I think. It better be a special attack. Yes, it was a special attack. Oh my God. Look, living with the smallest amount of HP I have ever seen. In fact, I can't even see it. But, sets up the sunlight for her next Pokemon, even though she's going to use a super potion. So it's going to be all the way to nearly the top. So I'm going to see how much Return can do. And I'm like, that was rubbish. Hatter, I hate you as much as you hate me. So, I'm just going to go for Icy Wind. Because Icy Wind is so cool. Except for it's not. But, it takes it down to over half. So, that's all good. So I can just do another Ice Wind after this Razor Leaf and we'll be good. So the Razor Leaf does what? 18? So it's not very much at all, supposedly. And I'm going to do another Icy Wind. And that's going to be super cool because it's going to be take it down. Huh? Did you see the pun there? Did you see the pun? I said it's going to be super cool and it's an ice type attack. Ha ha ha. Okay, that's rubbish. I'm sorry. So I'm now level 20, which means I'm now the same level as some other Pokemon on my team. Yay! So, you know, when they send him Cherrim, I'm going to be like, okay, I'm going to send him my Flamon. And I'm like, go, Flamon. And Flamon's going to be like, Flamon. And, you know, yeah, cool and such. So she sends in her Cherrim, which looks really ugly, but it then transforms into something beautiful. Because, you know, Cherrim is beautiful inside, but hides when it gets dark like a vampire. So really, Cherrim should be dark type. But, you know, because it should be a vampire. But, you know, a Flame Wheel can pretty much do a lot of damage. So that's all cool. But the sunlight goes and Cherrim's going to go all like hide in her face. I can go for a Flame Wheel and it's going to take down the Cherrim. That's pretty neat. Yeah. So we're going to get some experience. In fact, we're going to get 570 experience points. It's going to take us to level 20, which is all good. Yes. And there's a Rose Red. I'm like, I know. I'm going to switch into Luxio. So it'll be like 3 one-on-one battles. But Luxio gets absolutely killed in this battle. It's like, yeah, we're super cool. We're going to take on this Rose Red like there's no tomorrow. And then I'm like, she's like, this is not the end yet. I'm like, no, but nearly. I'm going to go like Spark Attack after this Grass Knot. And I see the Grass Knot. I'm like, my God, that did like so much damage. It did like nearly 50 damage because obviously Luxio is really heavy. So, you know, and Spark doesn't do anything. So I'm like, what should I do? There's no point healing. I'm rubbish. So I'm just going to take a Magical Leaf to the face. A Magical Leaf looks so cool with its different colour animation. And Elliot's down, which is a shame. But, you know, we've all got to live like that, except for Elliot, because he's dead. Well, fainted. But, you know, Flameon's going to come out and I'm going to be like, Flame Wheel after this cool Magical Leaf with all the different colours. Like, that's my impression of Magical Leaf. If you don't like it, then I'd like to see you do better. Post a video response with a better Magical Leaf impression. Not that anyone will, because no one ever does. But, you know, there we go. Down goes Rose Raid. Easy match for the win. Yeah. Grow to level 21. Epic. Cool. Fab. Yeah. Trying to think of some other good words, but I can't. She's like, amazing. You're really good, aren't you? I'm like, well, I don't like to brag, but you know. So she's like, it wasn't hard for you to raise your Pokemon to be tough. I guess that measures how much you love Pokemon. In recognition of that, I proudly present you with the Forest Badge. Like, Whelmer wins, receive the Forest Badge from Gardinia. And I'm like, wow, that's so cool of you. And now we can use Cut. So we're going to go use a random Pokemon that we don't even like. And we're going to teach it Cut. So we can get into that building that I was talking about. Oh, and as a special treat, she gives us TM86, which contains Grass Knot, which attack that absolutely killed my Elliot. So, you know, in the next part, we shall be doing some stuff. But I haven't recorded it yet because I only finished just recording this. So, you know, I'm going to look at my badge, but you all can't see it. But, you know, it's there. So, see you all soon. Bye.